want to talk to you about Canelo, but before we go into detail, what fight of your career do you get most asked about these days? Is it Canelo or is it Jamie Moore maybe at the end there?
Do you know, I'd say both Jamie Moore and the Canelo fight. You know, the first question about Canelo, how good was it? You know, when I fought him, I mean, I tell everybody, I'm so glad I fought Canelo when he was 21, 22 years old than the Canelo today. He's a completely different animal. But you knew back then when I fought him that the kid was going to be special. You knew he was going to be... Listen, Golden Boy were raving about him when he was 21, 22, when he just become champion. And, you know, when I fought him, I had a style that I could adapt my style to what was in front of me and what they was doing. He had an answer for everything I tried. I tried to box him. I tried to fight him. He could punch. He could move. He got great reflexes. He never wasted any shots when he threw. And like I say, you knew back then he was going to be special. Especially as today, I'm not sure. But he's pound for pound definitely top 3 out there today.
And you went out to Guadalajara, of course, for the fight as well. If you didn't have everything else against you, they chucked that in as well.
Yeah, it was just a great experience, you know. I mean, we was out there for 3 weeks. Golden Boy, you know, looked after us so much. I remember driving to the venue on the night, and we drove down this driveway, and we were all talking in the car, and we said, "Where are we going?" And they said, so the arena was on the richest man in the world at the time. The arena was on his back garden. It was on his ranch. And it was just so surreal. It was
first then.
Pardon?
Eddie Hearn wasn't first then with the old
no.
back garden.
Oh, no, it's been done before. I think Eddie copied them. But yeah, it was just so surreal. And the arena would just appeared. It was like Sheffield Arena on someone's back garden. It was surreal. It was a great experience, and, you know, one I can definitely tell the grandkids.
And he seems to have improved a lot since then. Obviously, you haven't been in the ring with him since. You've only watched him on telly and so on, or even live. But what do you make of how he's adapted as the years have gone, particularly after the Mayweather defeat?
Again, he's just improved in every department. What he did good back then, when I fought him, he does even better now. You know, the movement, the being in range, and just that split movement where it makes your opponent miss. And he's got great fast counter punches. And it's not just one counter punch; it's 2, 3, 4 shots. And out of them 4 shots, guaranteed he's landing 3 of them. So he just does everything better than when I fought him. He's got it all. He can stand. He can have a fight. He can box. He can move. He's just not your typical Mexican fighter. He's got it all. He's got the full package. And listen, when he boxed Mayweather probably got him at the right time, where he was just not where he is today. I'm not saying if Canelo boxed Mayweather today that Mayweather wouldn't win, but again, I believe Canelo is that better fighter today than he was when he fought Mayweather.
And now we've got May the 8th. Now, imagine you're Billy Joe Saunders' trainer. I mean, you are a trainer, so it's not alien concept. What would you be drilling him to do in the gym when he gets in with Canelo? What's the key things he needs to work on?
He can't stand in front of Canelo. You can't stand in front of Canelo. He'll beat you all day long. Billy Joe Saunders has got that style. Has definitely got the style. If we look at Canelo's fights when he has struggled, they've always been boxers. They've always been movers. Someone who doesn't stand in front of him. And Billy Joe Saunders has got that in abundance. He's really has got great movement. Speaking to the guys from the Ingle gym when Billy Joe Saunders was down there, they said no one's seen the best of Billy Joe Saunders yet, and I do believe that. And what a lot of people are forgetting, what no one's really saying about this fight, Canelo, by the time this fight comes round, Canelo will have had 3 fights in 5 months. That's 3 camps. Now, the fights haven't been hard. He beat Callum Smith pretty convincingly.
Yildirim.
Who was it? Yildirim. He beat Yildirim, obviously got rid of him. But it's not the fights, it's the camps. Now, his camps won't be easy. I'm
No.
telling you now, the sparring won't be easy. He will be having top quality sparring. Will the camps be a factor in this fight? Is it your body can only take so much? Yes, because of who he is, he will have had the top nutritionist, the top strength and conditioning coach. His trainer is one of the best coaches in the world today, but he's only human, and your body will automatically start shutting down when it's been pushed to its maximum capacity of training in training camps. So will that be a factor? I mean, I'm not saying it will be, but I just think no one's picked that up. I think it's 3 camps in 5 months is a lot for anybody, any standard. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting.
What sort of percentage chance would you give Saunders of pulling it off? And do you think there's anyone else in or around the weight that has a better chance of beating Canelo than Saunders?
Not better than Billy Joe, no. Billy Joe's got the style. He's got the movement. He's unbeaten. He's never tasted that defeat. So he's going to go into this fight so confident. He's a confident kid anyway. But when you've never been defeated, you go into the fights thinking that you're invincible. No one can touch you. No one's better than you. He's never tasted defeat. Canelo's tasted defeat. You know, he's got a draw on his record. He's got a loss on his record. So I think Billy, out of all the super middleweights, has got the best chance out there. Percentage-wise, how can you back against Canelo at the minute? But you've just got to give Billy a shout. You've just got to give him a chance. I think it's a 60-40 fight in Canelo's favour. You know, and that's no disrespect to any of them because they're quality fighters, but there's a lot on stake with this fight. Canelo's trying to unify the division. There's a lot of pressure on him. He don't look like he's got any pressure on him whatsoever. But he's only human. We do feel pressure. Billy's got less pressure on because everybody's favouring Canelo to win anyway. Yeah, sure. So we will see.